Hey guys, you may notice that there was no Friday episode last week. There's no Friday episode this week either. That's because Anthony's on his honeymoon for 2 weeks. Yay! But he'll be back June 15th, and so will we with our normal 3 episodes a week. We appreciate your patience while he's gallivanting across the globe. See you soon.
I'm hiding under the desk. I never really left.
What? Who was that?
A ghost.
Eating and just leaving stuff on my chest while I eat.
Yeah.
And just dirty dishes in the
Bringing
sink.
in trash from outside just
Oh,
to see how
yeah.
it feels. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Canada.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. Oh, death.
We're starting at death, huh?
It's coming for us all.
Starting there.
It
This is
stalks
gonna
us
be a
all.
real happy episode.
Every moment of our lives, it comes closer and closer.
Yeah, we're in entropy, baby. Entropy.
But Jeff,
Inevitable.
what if it wasn't inevitable?
Wait, what?
Jeff, what if I told you that somebody is alive right now that will, in their lifetime, become immune to aging?
Is it me?
Could be you. Could be anyone.
I'd love it to be me.
I would.
You're talking about vampires.
I'm talking about, Jeff, vampires. Nosferatu.
Yeah.
No, there was a huge finding recently about a new driver in aging. These scientists were studying something called Werner syndrome, which is that rapid aging syndrome, the children who rapidly
Named
age.
after Werner Herzog, who's
Named
actually a
after-
15-year-old boy.
Yeah, that's why he's so nihilistic, but also brilliant. You know what I mean?
I'm only 15 and I look like this. Oh.
I've been shot many times since I was born, which was 3 days ago. I will make a film and you will stand out of my way or I will cut you. Jeez, he's a real angry 3-year-old.
Yeah. I don't blame them for naming the syndrome after him.
But this is a rapid aging syndrome, and they've been trying to find the genetic markers that cause it. And when they were looking into this, they found something called heterochromatin. I mean, we knew about heterochromatin, but we found like a little packed bundle of things inside heterochromatin that work as a switchboard. And the switchboard basically becomes overloaded and starts messing with shit.
Which is
And
why you
that's-
start aging
which
rapidly.
which is why these people start aging rapidly, but it's probably what starts us aging at all.
Oh, really?
It's probably a huge factor in that.
Like if that thing didn't know to do that, we wouldn't age?
If you could keep the switchboard running smoothly, you would potentially be able to stop aging. It could also be the thing that is causing diseases that are basically mutations of our own bodies, things like cancer, things like Alzheimer's, things that are degenerative, right? Things that are caused by our DNA mutating. So this is a huge, huge finding because if you could keep this running smoothly, potentially aging would stop. Potentially cancer would stop. Potentially Alzheimer's could stop. This is a huge thing because for the last couple of years, the big breakthrough in aging was telomeres. And telomeres are sort of like if your DNA strands were shoelaces, telomeres
Which they definitely
which
are.
they are. They look exactly like shoelaces and they act like shoelaces. That's how we stay together. Is we're tied together with DNA bows. Look it up.
DNA bows.
It's called the internet. At the end of them are telomeres, and telomeres would be like the plastic cap things at the end of your shoelaces.
Right.
And over time, they get smaller and they wear down, and it causes your DNA to kind of like fray and mutate. So what we've been trying to do is we've been trying to figure out what makes telomeres work and what keeps them long. And what keeps telomeres long tends to be like leading a low stress life.
Okay.
Exercising, getting enough sleep is a huge thing. Your sleep patterns are huge for telomeres, but nobody stopped to go like, well, those things make telomere degradation worse, but what makes them begin to degrade at all? And it turns out it could be heterochromatin. What? It's at the root of everything, dude. We gonna live forever, bro.
So I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
Yeah.
So heterochromatin causes the fraying of the telomeres to begin.
As well as other things.
because it's sending signals to start that process? Mm-hmm. Because it's the switchboard you're saying? It's the switchboard that's sending the signals, or is it?
It's the switchboard that's maintaining things. So
Okay.
it's the switchboard is kind of maintaining a bunch of things in your DNA, including your telomeres.
Okay.
The integrity of telomeres. They've been looking at telomeres and all these other different mutations and trying to stem those mutations. But they never found the thing that just causes all the mutations to start with, right?
Right.
So this is like there's like a master hub that's sending instructions to all these different things that run their own processes, right? So it's kind of like a server sending stuff to computers, sending instruction to computers. And then these computers are running their own programs.
Okay.
The computers start like screwing up. And what we've been looking for is we've been looking for problem in the code of the individual programs on the individual computer level.
Rather than
we
the hub.
never stop to reboot the server. You always reboot the server.
First thing you
Jeff.
do is power cycle, baby.
You gotta turn it off and then turn it back on again, dude.
I don't know why they didn't ask me that, because that's the first thing I would have
I
suggested.
know that shit.
Yeah.
Anybody on the Geek Squad could tell you that shit.
So theoretically,
Theoretically.
this is just we've just discovered that these things exist. But theoretically, if you preserve the length of your telomeres, if you maintain the fact that
If you keep that heterochromatin sending the right instructions,
you would not age,
you would not age.
Now-
Maybe.
maybe. So
Probably.
hopefully, would you?
But what I mean by that is by next week we will all be living forever.
Thank God,
100%.
Been waiting for this so long. Sucks to be the last guy to age, by the way.
What if you're the guy that dies at the moment somebody in a lab across the world is screaming Eureka?
Yeah,
What if that's you?
that sucks.
That sucks.
Or it's like we can halt aging right
Do you know
now.
I've had that nightmare?
Really?
I've had the nightmare where I'm the last person to get old. And nobody else has to get old anymore. And like everybody feels real bad for me. Because like what happens is in my dream, the way it works is there's a cutoff. There's a certain amount of degradation that
Right.
they can't pull back from.
Right.
Which I think is the way it will probably be in real life.
Yeah, you just push stop, right?
Yeah,
you just push
'cause
pause on
you're
your
sort of-
aging.
Yeah, you're sort of pausing it. So like you get to a point where you're like 80 or 85 or something like, or maybe it's even 60. Maybe it's younger than that. Maybe you're 55 years old and still feeling pretty okay.
Yeah.
And you go in to get the anti-aging and the doctor goes, "You're beyond the cutoff. There's nothing we can do."
We'd love to give you the anti-aging. If you'd come in like 6 months ago, no problem.
6 months?
No problem.
Really? But now it's not going to, it's just 6 months.
Yeah, I know. We would love to do it. In fact, your HMO covers it. It would have been all taken care of.
My HMO covers it?
Yeah. You wouldn't think it
HMOs
would.
don't cover anything.
They cover this.
Shit.
It would have been super easy. It literally, we sent you a postcard to come in for the
Oh,
checkup.
I saw the postcard, but I threw it away.
You really should have scheduled an appointment, because we could have easily, you would have not aged a day. But
I literally would have lived forever if I had looked at the postcard.
Yep. But, still, a lot of things you can do. You can exercise and eat well, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of really great years ahead of you. The rest of us, however, are having a big party. I don't think you want to come because it's probably going to be pretty depressing for you, us all high-fiving so much and screaming out immortality, immortality, hooray, immortality.
This just in, 150 people found dead at Immortality Party. I think everybody gets really excited by the prospect of immortality in their lifetime
Sure.
from the dawn of time.
Everybody wants it.
Everybody wants
Or
it,
thinks they want it.
but is this really going to bring us any closer? Like, I feel like, okay, this probably will be something, like, I hope this will be something that literally does help us cure cancer forever.
Sure.
But it feels like for anything to say like this will stop aging in humans feels
But what
hyperbolic to me.
I don't even know what aging is. You know what I mean? Like, how do you not have a life without aging? If you don't age, are you just always a newborn, or is there's a
If you're
point?
Richard Linklater, how do you make movies?
Exactly.
If nobody's aging, how do you do it?
Boyhood 2, he's
Still a boy. Still a boy.
He's still a boy. But at what age is the primary age? Like, if you could push pause at a specific age, which would you choose? A
Oh my
20
gosh.
something?
See, this is the thing, because every year so far, and this is because I'm still, still kind of a young man, I guess. Every year so far, I think of as like the best one.
Yeah, but you're starting to have
Aches and pains, yeah.
and things that aren't, when you were in your 20s didn't feel that way. Or,
Yeah, but I was a fucking idiot, though.
right?
I mean, I guess I would still get smarter and smarter.
Yeah, you'd still get more savvy because you'd still have life experience, but
I'd still be
your physical body would stop aging. I don't know.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean if I could keep getting smarter forever, but, be permanently 25, 27?
Do we all want to look like 25-year-olds? I guess we do.
25 feels good. If I look back at myself at 2021, it's a little gangly and awkward looking still.
Yeah.
Not quite grown up looking enough for me.
Yeah.
But dude, if this option was given to me at 20 or 21, I probably would have taken it. And then what happens? Like 30 years later, do you just get really tired of the fact that you look like a baby?
I think I don't know. I mean, if everybody looks that way, there's no comparison, right? So there's nothing to worry about.
What would it take for you? What sort of health condition would you have to have, or physical state would you need to be in to refuse it?
To refuse it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would be a very difficult thing to have to refuse it.
Just say you're like 75,
I
80
see what
years
you're
old.
saying. If you can push pause right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to push pause.
You can't go backwards.
Yeah, your
right?
life is agony, and so you're so decrepit that at a certain point you don't want to push pause because the release of death is more preferable.
Yeah.
That's a depressing thought.
Yeah, right? Well, because like right now,
everybody else is shopping at Forever 21.
I think about my dad, right? My dad, weak heart, five operations, can't really hear very much anymore. Bad knees and shit like that. Would he say yes to it?
I bet he would.
Man. And then
I bet most people on their fucking deathbeds, unless you're dying of a horrible, agonizing, degenerative death, I bet most people, up to the moment they're dying, if you could say, you want 10 more years, 100 more years, they would all take it.
Yeah. Even if they would be miserable years.
Yeah, fairly miserable years, because what's, the alternative?
I mean, I'm not saying my dad is having miserable years.
Right.
I think he was more miserable when he was younger and healthier, actually.
Yeah.
It's just now he's too old to be miserable. He can't focus on being miserable anymore.
Yeah.
He's that guy. But no, I think that's the thing is like, even if you couldn't pee without help, you'd probably still take it, right?
You probably would.
And then I think the idea is eventually the rest of our knowledge catches up to the point where, well, let's just grow you all new everything. Let's replace those eyes. If you can't hear, let's replace those ears.
I mean, the problem that we would have in the interim would be
Bunch of Deathlocks running around?
Where are we going to place all these people? Where are we going to put all these immortals that are clogging up our planet now?
Yeah.
I mean, that's our problem that we would run into.
Yeah. Man.
That's an issue.
I mean, that's a huge thing because we're already like hugely at overpopulation.
Right.
And then what? You just start telling people like, yo, there are so many youngs running around.
Yeah.
That you just can't have babies anymore. No more babies, everybody. Like, we can't, there's no room for these babies. And then the babies are going to be immortal. Everybody wants almond milk.
Yeah.
That's not good. It's destroyed. We don't have any left.
We don't have any
We're
water,
running out of water.
or anything. Oh, man.
We're all immortal, living in a Mad Max movie. That's shitty. That's shitty future.
A bunch of teenagers-looking people in dusty dune buggies.
Yeah,
it's not going to work.
Just a post-apocalyptic teenagers running around. It's the worst future.
It's like American Graffiti, but in dune buggies.
Yeah, it's the most nightmarish future possible. Like, hey, we were just gonna go down to the reservoir and try to bomb it and get a glass of water. You wanna come?
Oh man, water at the reservoir? What about the mutants?
Ah, dude, don't you worry about those mutants. It's gonna be fine.
Did you get your nuclear reactor up and running?
Yeah, dog. Check it. Also, I'm 73. I wish I would just move beyond talking like this.
I don't know, man. It's a function of being youthful.
I don't need to.
What's up, dog?
I wish I wasn't so hungry. Yeah, man. I mean, it opens up all kinds of like huge problems. I mean, I wonder if people would even want to have kids as much if they knew they were never going to die.
That's crazy. You just blew my mind.
Right?
What's the point?
What's the point, dude?
What's the point in
Fucking legacy. My legacy is I'll be here next Thursday, motherfucker.
Life must go on. Yeah, it is. It's totally going on.
Don't worry.
I'm going on.
Don't worry. You know who will talk about what a good person I was 100 years from now? Fucking me. Don't worry. I'll be there, asshole.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We don't need to have kids.
I feel like most of the time we don't need to have kids anyway. But yeah, now
Because there's
especially.
enough people.
There's
Life's
enough
going
people,
on. You don't
dude.
need to continue the species.
Infinite brunch, dog.
So many brunches.
Brunch forever.
And then you're like, one friend has a kid, and you're like, you fucking asshole.
Fucking guy. That guy had a fucking kid.
Ruined it.
Get a dog.
What the hell's wrong with
Get
you?
an immortal dog like the rest of us. Shit.
Immortal
Immortal animal familiars. What a wonderful world we're opening up.
Amazing. I want that fucking pull that shit out of my dog. Pull that aging shit out of my dog. Yank it right out, man.
Yank it out my dog.
Yank it out of my dog.
Just me and my Pomeranian running around forever
Oh,
till the end of
crazy.
time.
Do you think your dog would gain a level of wisdom and knowledge that over time, like a dog's life's pretty short.
Yeah, but if you give a dog 300 years, what could that dog
Smart
learn?
dog.
That's a smart dog, dude.
It's like Scooby fucking Doo. over
Yeah,
there.
dude. He's like, oh, let's solve a mystery. Like, that's what happened. Scooby-Doo is an immortal dog.
That's the immortal dog.
Dude, just me and my Pomeranian solving mysteries until the heat death of the universe. I'm into that.
That's crazy.
I don't know. You know,
What if the bargain when you sign up to become ageless,
Mm-hmm.
you have to also become sterile? Like that's the rule. So it's a
Done.
it's a 1-to-1.
yup.
You know, you give up the right
Fine.
to create life.
Yes.
You're doing it.
Over it. That's cool, man.
You're in.
You can either have a kid
Or be a kid.
or be alive forever.
You want to have a kid or be a kid forever?
Yeah, that's easy answer, buddy. That's not even a Zen koan. Like that's not a logic problem. That's easy question. If other people decide to have kids, I'll hang out with their kids. I'll be the cool uncle until the heat death of the universe.
Is aging different than growing?
Yes.
So when you're going from adolescence into adulthood,
I see
are
what
you
you mean.
aging or are you?
See, that becomes an interesting question. Do we need to let people age through adolescence
Right.
in order? God, I can't even imagine.
Because you could have a puppy. That's always a puppy.
What?
Adorable puppy. Or like people that want a baby could just have a baby. Constant baby.
Oh my God. And that baby is just constantly thinking like, kill me, kill me, kill me. That baby is so smart. That baby is so smart because within
It's like the baby in Roger Rabbit.
yeah, before in the first 6 months, like what is it, 80% of the growth of the brain in the first 6 months?
Yeah.
If you freeze it because I want a cute baby forever. It's like those motherfuckers. It's the immortality version of those motherfuckers that get teacup dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where they just cause
want
health
it
problems.
In a purse.
Yeah,
They
I
want
just
a little baby in their
I just
purse.
want to be carrying around a baby and a Bjorn forever because they're so adorable. And the baby's just like, one night I will find a way to communicate that I want you killed, and I'll transfer money into an account. I will have an assassin kill you,
And then I will shit myself.
and then I will shit
But
myself.
after that,
and the assassin will have to change my diaper. But then the assassin will put me onto him and a Bjorn, like I was some sort of Krang. Like I was some sort of Krang on some assassin, and I'll just lead these assassins one day.
yeah.
I will find somebody that is loyal to me. Baby Steve.
Baby Steve. Been a baby for way too long.
Yeah, because it's just going to turn him corrupt and angry.
It's like the Quato in Total Recall.
Yeah, man. It's that Quado Krang shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think immortality is probably a bad idea for everyone but me, is I guess what we're getting at.
There can be only one.
Yeah, I'd like a Highlander situation.
All right.
Me and some of my close friends and
Like
family.
me. Like
Yeah.
you would say, like I would be involved in that. You could include me in the
Or are you
immortality
gonna
club.
go get it done?
I would.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
Yeah. But like, I mean,
In order, I have to
the
give up having
secret
kids.
But I mean, like the secret offer, I guess, is going to get made to you. Because
Wow.
like the secret offer, like you're asking, like, because if I can probably only give immortality to like a certain number of people.
Right. I'm just saying you probably would extend the offer to me.
Well, I mean, like the thing is, like, family gets so political at times like this, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And then there are people that I've known forever, and so if I'm immortal,
Right.
it's kind of expected that I'm going to offer that to them. So I mean,
So
like,
you're saying I don't make the
well,
I'll
I
make
mean,
the cut?
we're gonna play it by ear. You know what I mean? We're gonna play it by ear.
I just want some sort of verbal commitment one way or the other.
No,
That's all
and I
I'm-
totally want to do that. Like, I
Uh-huh.
want to be able to do that. Let's put a pin in it for 50, 60 years, and then we'll revisit.
and I will revisit, and I'll be super old, and you'll be youthful, and
70, 80 years, and we'll revisit.
just seems like if you just give me an answer one way or the other right now.
No, and I super see what you're saying, and it
Uh-huh.
makes a lot of sense. Would you guys at home become immortal? That's what I want to know.
I'd be surprised if anybody wouldn't become immortal.
Would
I think
you?
give up the opportunity to have offspring to be immortal? I think that's the ultimate narcissist question. isn't
Yeah,
it?
and I am the ultimate narcissist, and my answer is yes. I don't know. How about you guys? Would you give up children to become immortal? Would you give me your child right now if I could make you immortal? That's the question I want to know.
All you have to do is guess my name.
All you have to do is give me your baby, and I will make you live forever. I don't even know if we asked you a real question. It doesn't matter. Just tweet your feelings at us. It doesn't even have to be
Tweet at
about
us.
this.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
I'm at A Carboni, and hey, if you're enjoying the show, do us one of two favors, please, or maybe both.
Hey, both favors if you're feeling super generous. If you've got all the time in the world,
If you give me your baby and you can live forever, like,
both favors.
I know that you would say that what I get out of the deal is your baby, but I don't really want it. What I want,
That's like one meal.
yeah, what I want is for you to do these two favors for me. Number one,
Maybe two.
tell a friend about the show, please.
Oh, that's the best way that people find out about the show is when a friend tells them about the show.
Yeah, the second best way to get new people to find out about the show, which helps us grow and continue doing the show and making it better, is to leave a review for us on iTunes, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, wherever you listen to it. Just go and just give us 5 stars if that's the top of the scale. Whatever the top of the star scale
Give us
is.
that top of the star scale, and then don't waste your time writing a review.
Oh, absolutely not. Nobody ever reads those reviews. What you could do is you could just let me know in the review.
That you're absolutely willing to give us your baby.
Yeah, let us know in the review.
Like some sort of official legal contract
Just
in the review.
in the review, just say like I and then your name. Absolutely agree under all circumstances with no reservations to give Anthony Carboni and Jeff Canada my child.
That's all you need to
or
write.
children
Right.
or children.
Done and done.
Thank you. It's that easy.